Hello, FlossTube. It's Sandy, the Sunroom Stitcher. Good morning. Good morning. So God has blessed me with another day, and I knew that it's been over a month since I made a video. Um, I've been going through things mentally with the help of my dear friend Leslie. Leslie, are you awake? Joke. She says she falls asleep watching my videos, and then I'll say her name, and she'll just jump up and wake up. So, anyways, that's what that is. That's a private joke between all of us. It is Saturday. It is July 29th. Wow, has this month just, oh my gosh, it's just flown by. And it's 10:39 in the morning, and my handsome groom has gone to church with his cheese straws that he made. Um, Cheese straws are a cheesy pastry. It's like a cookie, but it's not sweet. They're cheese straws. And they're supposed to look like, those crinkle cut french fries. Well, his don't look like that, but they're pretty good. I think I remember the first year we were married, his sister made a big box of Guyanese goodies, and cheese straws were one of those. So my dear Orrin was in the kitchen yesterday just baking his cheese straw heart out. Anyways, so I've got a list of things here. But let's do my new subscribers. And I do have 3 new subscribers, and I would like to give them a shout out to welcome them. One is Flossie Stitches. Hello, Flossie Stitches. And let's see, we've got Bina Godovnik, and I know I butchered your name, Bina, but forgive me, please. I am hopelessly monolingual. I used to, when I was in high school, we had to take a foreign language, and I took Spanish, and I was hopeless at it because I'm tongue-tied and I can't trill my R's and stuff. And so I would go and hide out in the girls' restroom. Yeah. Okay. And Debbie Duarte. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Hugs and kisses to all of you. I'm so glad that you're here. And there's a couple of people that I really want to acknowledge at this time. And the first one is, I know it's been about a month since Bev Avenger died. And I'm late to the party, as I always am, because I hate parties. I hate them. But this isn't a party, it's a tribute to her. And what a lovely, lovely woman she was. She won one of the 4 $25 gift certificates to 123 that I gave away. And she was so excited. Um, it was as though she won the lottery. And we had talked a little bit back and forth previous to that. And her and her husband were financially strapped. She didn't tell me she was ill, but that her husband had health problems, and her dogs, and she wasn't really stitching, but she loved watching FlossTube because, well, it feeds your love of the hobby, as we all know. And when she won that giveaway, she bought the floss that she needed to stitch something for her grandson. And I told her that she was going to have to send me pictures of her progress. Sadly, she never she never started it. And when I found out that she had passed, it hit me. It hit me hard. She was such a gentle soul. She was a good woman, and a good grandma, a good wife, a good doggy mom. And I'm going to miss her. She never failed to comment on any of my YouTube videos. God bless her. God bless her. And I know that she is stitching up there in heaven right now and loving every minute of it. And one day, all of us, we're going to have a big stitching get together up in heaven. All of us. So that's what I had to say about my Miss Bev Avenger. The second person that I'd like to really I not pay tribute to, but to acknowledge is oh my gosh, it just yeah. It's not Leslie, although I love her. It's Tammy. Tammy is not a person, she's a doggy, and she is Carrie, EDS Warrior's dog. And a week ago, yesterday, Carrie had to have her put to sleep because she had really stopped eating and drinking and stuff like that. And she had cancer. And Tammy reminded me so much of my dog, April. Tammy was a lighter in color. April was mainly black. But the way that Tammy did things was just the way my April did them. The way she barked and how she would just follow. April always followed me around, and I was always tripping over her. And everywhere I was, that was where April was. And that is what my April, May, June was her name, was like. And when I came home, it was like a party at the front door every time. And if I left her out in the backyard, it was gated, fenced and gated. When I came home, she was in the same exact place that she was when I left her. So that dog would not move until I got home. So I shed more than a few tears at the passing of Carrie's dog, Tammy. So, Carrie, if you're watching, I miss your Tammy too, because through her, I rejoiced in my dog, April, May, June. So, thank you for sharing Tammy with me for just a short period of time. And then the next person that I wanted to acknowledge is Sandra Schuler from Joyful Expressions. And she subscribed to me, and I gave her a shout out the last YouTube video I did. And she has I did buy a couple of patterns from her. One was for my husband, and it's a name blessing, and it says Oren, which means brave, and then there's a Bible verse below that, and it says, "Watch, stand fast in the faith, be brave, be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. 1 Corinthians 16, chapter 16, verse 13 through 14. And I've started working on it because Orn's birthday is in September. September 4th, by the way. And I've barely started on it. But I'm doing it on a beautiful blue, and it looks purple from where I see. But it is a beautiful blue, and it is Silk Weaver's signature series. It's Victorian blue. It's 28 count. And so I'm going to work on this today. Now, because of the color of the fabric that I chose, I did change the lighter color of floss that I'm going to use. I'm going to use this color, a little darker, shade darker, and then the navy blue, because navy blue is hubby's favorite color. So I'm very excited about that. And then I also bought from her, because I fell in love with it, was My Name Blessing. And I don't know when I'll get to this, but Sandra, Defender. Guard what God has entrusted to you. Avoid godless, foolish discussions with those who oppose you with their so-called knowledge, which is something I have such a hard time with. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. I had a girlfriend that I worked with. Well, she was a co-worker, and then she became a girlfriend. And I loved her dearly, but she was very, very liberal in her thoughts. And I could handle that. I really could. And at first when she started insulting my faith, I could handle it. But it got to a point where I couldn't anymore. I couldn't abide by that. She said something really outrageous one day, and I told her, I don't want any more contact with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want, on Facebook, on the phone, in person. I don't want to have any more to do with you. I said, you're intolerant. And I said, it doesn't look very pretty on you. So, anyways, I guess maybe I shouldn't have handled it that way, but I've become much more wise since then. So, okay. But anyways, what Sandra did was I signed up for the newsletter, and she sent me this beautiful free design that was Jesus, different names for Jesus. And there are lots of people, or there's several people that are doing that. But in her newsletter, she said, these are some of our favorite FlossTube videos. There are people who are not afraid to share their faith, and they're some of our favorites. And there was a nice list of people. And there was me, and I was so overwhelmed. You know how emotional I get. I was so overwhelmed. And I thought, you know what? I'm in really good company. So, anyways, I cannot urge you enough to go to Joyful Expressions, and I'll put a link in there. And hopefully, even if you just look around, and I believe she has free designs on her website, check them out. And if you like what you see, give her your business. So, Sandra, this isn't about you. You profoundly touched me in a moment where I needed to be validated, I guess, maybe is the word. I don't know. And thank you. Um, thank you very much. God bless you. And special kisses to you. Okay. So I've barely scratched the surface, and we're already 15 minutes into this darn video. And as I told Carrie, I am going to make this video today. If it kills me, then I'm going to have them with Bev, okay? And we're going to be having the stitching time of our lives. So don't worry about that. So this is the news that really isn't. I got a sewing machine. I bought a Brothers sewing machine off of eBay. And it is a refurbished one. I paid $59 for it. I bought it on a Friday. I had it on a Monday. I love it. Of course, it's very clean, but it's an older model, and I mean, it doesn't look old or used, but with that in my head, I think, well, it doesn't look like one of these new fancy sewing machines, but that's exactly what I wanted. It just does the straight stitching and the zigzags. And I read through the owner's manual, and I need to go and get some thread because I want to make some grime guards. I watched a tutorial on Trisha the left-handed stitcher, and I want to make a grime guard for my 8-inch hoop that I got at the thrift shop for 50 cents. Oh, I love bargains. And as those of you that know me, I love butterflies. That's why I picked this, because one thing is they remind me of my brother Rick, and yellow was his favorite color, so I got a yellow butterfly border. Oh, that was one thing I didn't say about those names. You get to choose the verse that you want, the color that you want, the border that you want. Yeah, it's really cool. So it really personalizes it. But I have unusual experiences with like ladybugs, dragonflies, and butterflies. And I've had a dragonfly just sit on my metal weather vane out there for over an hour. Just sit there in the sun in the middle of the afternoon. It's the craziest thing. And then one day I had a dragonfly follow me out of work and down my sidewalk and all the way to my car. And when I got to my car, it flew away. Butterflies. Oh my gosh. I think of a butterfly and then I'll see one. But this was incident that I want to share with you is I was coming out here and I had the door open because the dogs were outside, and I was sitting on the swing. A little black butterfly with red spots around it, and it was all mostly black. I saw it out here and I thought, oh, isn't that pretty? Ricky sent a butterfly. And it came into the sunroom, and then it couldn't find its way out. And I chased it around for about 5 or 10 minutes trying to help it get out because I didn't want it to die in here, because they'll die in here if I lock them up. And I was tripping over things trying to get it out of the sunroom. So I opened the door up really, really wide, and the dogs and I went inside, and I sat on the sofa, And I sat there and I watched, and it flew by, and then it flew back by, and then like 2 minutes later it flew by, and I said, Ricky, get off of your motorcycle and help that butterfly out of the sunroom so it doesn't die. I need your help. So I sat there, and like 2 or 3 minutes later, that butterfly just flew very nicely out the door. And I said, thank you, Rick. that was, yeah. Because usually these insects, the birds and stuff, they have a hard time because of the glass finding their way out. Let's see here. What else do we got? Well, we have a sewer problem. Well, not a sewer pipe problem. And I thought that we were going to get it done this week, but it hasn't been done. They've been here to mark the lines, but we had the sewer back up a little bit in the basement, and I'm pretty sure it was Orange and my leavings that were in the basement. And so we had them come out, and he tried to router the line, and he ran up against something. So they brought a guy out with one of those camera things, and they get out here outside the house, and right before it hits the city line, there's a clay pipe, and the clay pipe is broken. So we're gonna have to have that fixed, and it's not cheap, but here's how God works in my life. I had no idea my husband had a slush fund. We have it paid. We've got it. God bless my husband. You know, the Lord really did send me a good man. And last Saturday night, Saturday evening, we had some really bad thunderstorms move through, and our electricity went out at 8:30 on Saturday evening, and we it was hot and humid, and you hear Allie, her deep grumbly. Come here. I don't know if you can see my girl. She's so lovely. This is my lovely girl here. Yay, say hi. No, looky, wait a minute. Yes, come here. There's my girl. There she is. She's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful girl. And there's jealous Noah down there. He doesn't like it when Allie. Oh, Allie, I love you. That's my girl. Oh, and here's my little mutt. So, it didn't, it was horrible on Sunday. It was horrible. It was hot and humid, and I was putting, I had went and bought some ice, and I would put the ice in a plastic bag and wrap it in a washcloth to try and keep cool. But Sunday night, or it would have been Monday morning, I was laying in bed and I was miserable. Warren was sleeping out here. He brought up a twin mattress from our twin bed downstairs. That we have a sofa and a twin bed. We've slept down there before. Oh, sorry, Noah. And it was last year when our air conditioner went out. And so he was sleeping out here, and it was just stifling in the master bedroom, and I just couldn't sleep. And I'm laying there, and I'm going, sweet Jesus, please have pity on this fat old woman who is so hot. I know that my suffering isn't anything near what yours was, but please hasten our electricity coming back on so I can sleep in comfort. Probably about 15 minutes later, I hear this truck go by, and the lights were on, and the way it was moving, you'd hear it and then it'd stop, and then you'd hear it and it'd stop, and then it went up Murray, and then it went behind here. And I said, I think that's KCP&L. I hope it is. They must have been out there. I could hear them, with their ladder and stuff like that. But boom, the electricity came on at 1:30 in the morning. Praise. Oh, man. But you know something? There is blessings in all adversity that just appreciate everything that you have, and because so easily it can be taken away from us. And I'm thankful for air conditioning. I mean, our lives are so easy. We go to the grocery store and there's food. We go to the gas station and there's gas. We go to the farmer's market and somebody else is growing fresh produce for us. And on and on and on. And, there's a chickadee. Seldom. And why is... Oh, okay. And seldom do we think about the blessings and all of those things. We have it so easy. So easy. Our culture has it so easy. So anyways. My mother was in the hospital 2 weeks ago. And she was having really bad pain in her neck and shoulders. And pain medication wasn't touching it. And they finally got it somewhat tolerable. She was in the hospital for 3 days. I sat up at the hospital for 3 days. And she went home on a Wednesday. On Thursday, I took her up to the anesthesiologist to see about getting an epidural, and they made it for the following Monday, or was it Tuesday? Tuesday. And so I took her up there on that Tuesday. So the epidural worked well, very, very well. She has another appointment coming up here, I think. I'll have to check with her. So she should be able to drive to that one by herself. So I didn't bring my fabric out here that I found at the thrift shop. Some Hawaiian prints, and I love them. I love Hawaiian prints. But yeah, I got enough to make a new cushion and back for the swing, and it's white background with orangey red big hibiscus flowers. I got 4.5 yards of that, and it was $2.50. I got another print. It's like, oh, it's hard to describe. But anyways, I got 5 yards of that. The Hawaiian prints, came in a package that was 50 cents, and it just had several different pieces in there. 50 cents, because none of them were over a yard. So anyways, I was really excited about that. Purging, FlossTube. I went through all my FlossTube videos or subscriptions, and not just my FlossTube, but all of them. and I just unsubscribed to a whole bunch. I think I'm about to maybe about 15 subscriptions now, maybe not even that much. But I want to go through that list of all the Christian floss tubers that Sandra sent out in her Joyful Expressions newsletter, and I would like to support them. So I'm going to go out there and watch their videos and subscribe to them. But it was just sort of like, it was overwhelming. Just overwhelming. So, anyways, books. I am reading a new end time series, Christian end time series, on my Kindle, and I can't remember what the name is. I'll have to get it and I'll put it in the description box. But Leslie turned me on to this author, and there's 3 books. There's 50 degrees, wait. "50 Degrees Below" and "60 Days and Counting." So they're like environmental type of books. So I've just really started reading this, but I got started on the other end time series, and I haven't picked this up since then. I've been watching a lot of period pieces on YouTube and Amazon and that. On YouTube, I watched the Clarissa series, which was from PBS Masterpiece at one time. And it's about a very pious girl who gets involved with a very unscrupulous suitor. And if anybody else has seen it, I'd love to discuss it with them. I had seen it years ago on TV, and it doesn't have a happy ending, not like, Jane Austen books do. But yeah, the sister Isabella, or Isabella, the sister Isabella and this brother James, they're just scheming, nasty little things. And although the way that it is portrayed, there's just, to me, something off about the two of them as far as their relationship with one another. Yeah. But anyways, anybody who's watched that, let me know. It's really good. I enjoyed it. And then I've also watched Persuasion. And then I watched the Pride and Prejudice, the one with oh my gosh, Jennifer Ely, and it's not the one with oh my gosh, I'm getting so bad. My memory's getting so bad. Anyways, I watched that one. It's like 5 or 6 parts. Yeah, I watched that one just the other night. I am decluttering, and just getting rid of stuff and that I'm not gonna touch. Stuff in the basement. I need to get rid of that stuff. Yeah. It's been over a year that we were here, and if I have not, undone those boxes down there, I guess I don't really need them. So, get rid of them. I don't know. Maybe when it gets cooler, have a garage sale or something. I don't know. But I really do believe less is more, because more paralyzes you. And it's just really, it's like hoarding. It is like hoarding. And it's even with cross stitch, when you stop and you think about it, you have all these wonderful patterns and you keep buying more. And then all those others that you wanted to stitch, they just get sort of forgotten and shoved away. And so what I am going to do, though, like with my stashing, is, because I did go a little overboard, but I'm going to give dollar amounts so I can see my own shame. And you guys hold me accountable to that. So yeah. And it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Oh. Okay, now on the needlework or cross stitch front, and here we are, it's 35 minutes. I bought that pressing easy press, is it? It's Vonna talked about it. I did get some of that. There's going to be well, it's not an online needlework show, but it's the Harvest Market Hop, and it's going on September 7th through September 12th, and needlework shops are going, and they're going to be releasing their new patterns for the fall. And if you go to Facebook, there is a Harvest Market Hop shop, not shop, but page, and designers can put what they're going to be releasing on there, so you can look for that. I found a tutorial site that had finishing ornaments, and I'll put that. Oh, that was Nordic Needle. They had that, and I thought that was real interesting. And if you need help or want more, different ideas on finishing techniques, I will put that link down in the box too. We're coming up on the Christmas season. Forgive me. Manna from heaven. And so there'll be a lot of Christmas ornament stitching going on. Now, all right. And I'm really sorry that this is so long. I want to show you this though. I did go to the thrift shop yesterday, and I picked up this butterfly. I love it. For $1. And I'm put it out here, or I'm put it on my front porch. I love it. You know who it reminds me of. And I found another book to put in my mom's Christmas. I give her a box full of used paperback mysteries that I pick up at the thrift shop over the year. I found little buttons. These are really unusual. Open that. Be pretty with a bead or a pearl or something in them. And they're like a black metal. Very unusual. I don't think they're buttons. And then these were, I liked these because they were black and they have like a textured side to them. So they weren't just black. There's a little bit of shank. See how that's textured somewhat? Yeah. But anyways, cut those. But this is not a big tablecloth, but you could, this hasn't even been used. 65%, I got paid $4 for it. It's like a dresser scarf almost. But isn't that beautiful? I think it is absolutely beautiful. And I don't think it's handmade, but I love it. These are peach colored. And they're soft peach, soft green. But I paid $4 for that. I think I need to wash it, but I mean it doesn't stink. But I think it's beautiful. All right. So we got, oh, and Dorothy and Beverly gave me an anniversary present. And it's really heavy. It's iron. Isn't that adorable? I'm going to put that out on the front porch, I think. One of the challenges is that we have siding on our house, so you really can't put nails in this thing. So you have to be a little more creative in how you hang things. Okay. So I got real frustrated with the amethyst snowflake because things weren't meeting up like they were supposed to. So I put it down. And I stitched myself a pink cricket. And the pink cricket has rose gold eyes. And down here, it says, Pink Crickets Fine Needleworks. I'm going to make like a pillow or a door hanger with this. This will be the front. The pink cricket will be the front. This is a prairie schooler. I just changed the colors to pink because that's my email address, Pink Crickets. And the story is that we all have, most of us have, thought about having our own shop. And in my mind, I have my shop. And it is called Pink Crickets Fine Needleworks. This is what my logo would be, is this pink cricket, and then below it would be the Pink Crickets Fine Needleworks, but it would be like a tavern sign out in front of my shop. And so, anyways, I like it. It's me. It's me. I'm a pink cricket girl. Okay. Amethyst snow. Amethyst snowflake. Alright, I could not get this damn thing to meet up because it is geometric. And so I think the last time I spoke to you, I had torn it out like 3 times Well, I tore it out about 4 more times, and then I tore it completely out, and I gridded the fabric. And then I got that stitched, and those are just the stars and circles on it. When I got done, I realized it was supposed to be done with number 8 DMC pearl cotton, and I used DMC number 12. I am not going to change that. The ball of pearl cotton that I was using, Noah got a hold of, and he chewed it up underneath our bed. So I have to order more. So anyways, but what I found out about this fabric is the stitches or the threads this way are fine. The threads this way are 2 threads that are twisted together. And in some parts of the fabric, they're twisted tighter than in others. So in those other places where they're not tightly twisted, it looks like they're two threads. That is where I was making the mistake with this. And this is the opalescent Lugana 28 count. It's Lugana or it's Joblin. I'm not sure which one it is. But so because I had problems gridding too, and then I saw what the issue was, and I said, well, no wonder I had a problem with it. Anybody would have had a problem with that. But so I was really excited to get that done, and then I was sort of, I made a mistake. Do I want to tear it out or not? So we put that aside until we get another ball. So we're going to work on Oren's piece. That's what I've been doing. I haven't been too prolific in my stitching. I'm sorry. We did this. We did that. Okay. All right. So yesterday I went out. Our Aldi's is closed, and I went to the Aldi's in Blue Springs, and which is right by the cross stitch shop, my LNS. I had seen in their ads that they had these rolling carts, which look similar to the ones that people have bought at IKEA. And they come in, it said that black or white. Well, I wanted a white one, and I got a white one, and here, this is what it looks like. Carrie was asking me. She said that sounded interesting. But it's called a rolling cart. And last night, I opened up the box, and I was going to put it together, and I have 2 of the pieces of pipe. I have one piece that's wrong. I got 3 of one type and only one. I should have had 2 and 2. So I need to go up there, and I don't want to do it today. I might do it tomorrow and see if they'll let me get another one and pull the piece out, exchange the one piece, the one wrong piece. Why is it when I buy these things that need to be put together, there is always something wrong? Whether they're missing a part or the wrong part is in there. It's ridiculous. Anyways, $24.99, okay? That's what I spent on that at Aldi's. And that's part of stash, because that's for my stash. I thought this would be great. I can roll it around the house. If I want to stitch in the bedroom, I can just have everything in there, and it can just follow me wherever I'm at, instead of this piecemeal and stuff. Ugh. Anyway. If that is the biggest problem I have in my life, I am blessed. Okay, so I did stop at the grocery store, at the cross stitch shop, and lo and behold, they were having their annual. Well, actually, I went there to purchase this. They had ordered one for me, the Halloween issue, and I really am sort of disappointed because there's only like two designs that I really like, and let me show you what they are. This one is from Nikki Creations. Isn't that cute? Very primitive style. I like that. I like Nikki Creations. She makes cute patterns. She creates them. And the second one is Witch Fairies, and this one is from Lucy Heaton. These are so plastic cute. Aren't those cute? So I went in there to get this, and they were having the sale. Oh, and I was telling you about the, this is all mishmash. Just bear with me, folks, because I have some special giveaway. That I want to, I'm going to do at the end. So, this is the, his name is Jesus, that's from Joyful Expressions. I love that, and I want to do that. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So they were having their garage sale. And these are, customers who sell their stash, and they price them, and then a percentage of that they get in store credit at CC & Company. Well, I got these 4 magazines for 10 cents a piece. And actually there's 5 of them. When I looked through them, there's pages missing out of them. And I was mad. I realized they were only 10 cents, and I realized that the person who had them had a perfect right to take pages out of their magazine. But they also should have put on here some kind of note that there's pages missing. I would not have bought them. So, anyway. Yeah. No, it's only 50 cents. Well, you know what? 50 cents would have bought me another cucumber at Aldi's. Because I'm going to make some sweet, and I call them sweet and sour cucumbers. Put vinegar, sugar in a mason jar, and then slice up your cucumbers, and they're good. So I spent $59 at the cross stitch shop. I told you I was going to be truthful about and share with you how much I spent, because that's going to help me, because I don't want to admit to you I spent $60. Here I am complaining about 50 cents, and I spent $59. Yeah. This was $1, and it was Drawn Threads Hope. And this was $1, and this is Mary Cox's sewing case and one and accessories. I like Mary Cox. Now, I believe I have this, and if I have this, I will do another giveaway in the future. But it was $1, and it's bright needles, spooky Halloween, and they're tiny little peoples, or little images, a ghost, cats, Frankenstein, a witch, a pumpkin, a spider. I don't know what that is. Eek. Oh, it's a vampire, a spooky house, and a witch and a broom. And this was $7, and it's called Sunroom Borders Threads of Friendship, and it is a dedicated to 2 women, and it's old patterns. When a granddaughter discovers a chest full of old handmade trinkets and letters in a dusty attic, she unlocks her grandmother's most precious memories, traveling the rugged trail between Mexico and San Francisco as a child, and the chance meeting with an injured girl who would become her lifelong friend. And there's a story in there, but there's also, and I loved this, all for the joy of doing. And really and truly, isn't that all what all needlework is? Yeah. So anyways, I like that. This was $0.25, and I really like this. Dawn Evans Victoria lace adaptions. But look at those pillows. They're gorgeous. And this was $1, and I love this. This is Hardanger, and it is Emmy Bishop, and I'm always hinky about buying Emmy Bishop stuff because there's always something, an error in her charts, always. And here it is on the back. Isn't that beautiful? This was $5. Snowfire Christmas by Just Nan. I don't have it, and it actually has the bead pack in it. So I am trying to purchase all of the older, I call them vintage Just Nans, because Nan is getting stopping selling her older stuff. And this was $2, and I really do love this. It's a shepherd's bush, gathered hours. This I think is from 1994. I like this. It was $2. It's an 1825 tapestry from Hands to Work Designs. This was $2. Priscilla's Pocket, Harriet Howley, 1831. Yes. Can't see that very well. Here it's done one way. Here it's done another. But I really liked that. Harriet Holly, Harriet was 12 when she stitched this beautiful sampler. She was quite an accomplished stitcher, using a variety of perfectly executed stitches. The original sampler was stitched on approximately 26 count homespun linen and is badly faded. Stitches include cross stitch, short rows of the plat stitch, queen stitch, couch satin stitch, four-sided stitch, long arm cross stitch, eyelet, and an Algerian eye alphabet. Yep. And then Crescent Santa by Homespun Elegance. I like this Santa. All right, now I wanted this because I thought it said $3. I get home and start looking. It says 6 patterns, $13. My error. But I didn't have any of them. I have wanted to purchase that. And I probably would have paid about $12 for just that. But I got, that's Briar Rabbit. This is Act Justly. And these are all la-di-da, by the way. My Friend. I like a kite feels the wind. You are my friend. This is Beauty Is. I like that. The Mockingbird. Hush, don't say a word. Little baby gonna buy you a mockingbird. Oh, yeah. I love that. And this one is Harvest Angel. So I got 6 patterns for $13, which is just a little over $2 a piece. All right, so that is what I got at the garage sale. And oh, and I got, wait. That scissor fob. That scissor fob for $1. It looks like a, dang it. Come on. Looks like a gingerbread house, doesn't it? Thought that was cute. And I got this fabric. This is Brittany Teal Green, and it's 28 count, and it's 10 by 10, and it was $1. But I like this deep, deep green. And it doesn't look that way on there, does it? Is it? Yeah. Okay, so that's what I got at the garage sale. $59. Oh, wait, here's one more. Make sure. Yeah. So it's $1.50. And it's Leisure Arts, The Changing Seasons. And my favorite is this cardinal, or this chickadee down here. Okay. Now, charity patterns. There is a village in Italy, and I found this out. Kathy Haberman from Hands On Design. I get her newsletter, and she was talking about these charity patterns where a percentage of them are going to, a percentage of the patterns are going to, the price of the patterns are going to this village to rebuild it. And I bought two patterns. They were $10 a piece. This one is Iricama per Renaissance. It is Nora Corbett. Its translation is Embroidery to Reborn. And it's a angel with a garland wrapped around it. And she's holding up a bowl with a clock. And it's really very exquisite. And I bought another one that was a flowering branch with some birds, and it was from Lucy somebody. Anyways, there's some other ones that I wanted to purchase also. There's some really cute ones, and they won't be, I don't think that they release those to be in the shops and stuff. So I'll put the link to those charity patterns down there. And okay, so freebie sites. We're gonna go with freebie sites, and I am so sorry this is so long, but like I said, it's been over a month, and I'm not too jazzed about the really long FlossTube videos, unless it's like Vana. Oh, Vana. Okay, let me find these because I know they're in here. Here we go. Oh, so what I spent at the charity pattern site was $20. So far we're up to $79. This is just in the past month. Alright, so the first freebie site that is on DMC, and it actually, let's see, they had Vintage Motifs by Teresa Dilmont. There's a great airship. Here we go. And I thought those motifs were really great. I wanted to stitch the train for my husband, because my husband's fascinated by trains. So there was air balloons. There were let's see, a great airship, train, fisherman, bicycling man, antique automobile, hot air balloon. And there really were some wonderful sets of alphabets that were by Teresa. And these are old now, okay? So, anyways. So, all of those links are going to be down below. And also, I published them on my blog, and I will put my blog down there because there's other things that are on there too. Okay, so the next one is Creative Workshop from Hetty Blog Shop. Blogspot. Stitches in Blue from Holland. Oh, that's the name of it. Stitches in Blue from Holland has smaller designs. There is a happy birthday flag, a stitched square which folds up into a humbug chicken, really cute, and lots of tiles that make up a lovely blue pillow. So you click on the title of the freebie picture rather than the picture, and the site will take you to the blog entry where you get a nice image of the picture. And also the designer has an Etsy shop, and I don't have a picture of that. They're Romy's Creative Creations is from Italy, and it has smaller, simple designs. There's seasonal, holidays, and theme designs, and there's some needlework themed designs. And really, they are charming little offerings, and that's Romy's Creations. Okay. Stitcher, the Little Stitcher. The Little Stitcher's from Italy, and she has some really sweet designs. She has There's No Place Like Home, which is a pair of Dorothy's red shoes. And it really is sweet. That's been out there a while. Merry Christmas has snow frosting on top of the letters, and it has a primitive feel to it. And it also has deer motifs in it. Plus, there are more free designs are offered. The designer also has an Etsy shop. The next one is the Il Cosetto. It's an Italian site that has a definite primitive feel to it, to the designs that are offered, and there are several pages to browse. The translate button was not working, and look for the post Più Vici at the bottom of the page to see the next page of free offerings. Then there is Threadwork Primitives Blogspot, and there are 8 primitive free designs offered from this Netherlands-based site, and it's hard to pick a favorite, but I love the urn full of shamrocks and All Hallows Eve, and the designer also has an Etsy shop. Cosmic Handmade. This is Cosmic Handmade. Cosmic Handmade, there are 8 small designs offered by Cosmic Handmade. There are Stitching Sisters, Sweet Strawberry, Follow the Light, which is this one, and Follow the Light, Spring Carrot Patch, Bird Quartet, Winter Berries, Breast Cancer Awareness, and the Autumn Sampler. Then there is another site that you can get freebies is Midnight Musings, offers 4 designs, small primitive types, Lady Baba, Sweet as a Flower, Lovebird, and Jingle Sparkle Joy. Okay, don't think I have that one. All right, and then the next one is Lottie Da. She actually has freebies out on her site, and you are familiar with her delightfully primitive style. It is one of my favorite designers. She is Lori offers 12 designs on her site, and she also has a corrections tab on her site to look for chart errors. So definitely go see Lottie Da. CrossStitchPatterns.eu. Half-Ticks is a most unusual site. Stitchers submit their own designs for sale and free. The vast majority are free for download, and depending on your preferences, you can find some quality designs for free. There are just prepare to spend oodles of time perusing that site because there's tons. from the simple to the more complex. Okay, and the Dusty Rabbit. The Dusty Rabbit. This is an Italian site. It is absolutely adorable. The designer creates figures through felting, and they are amazing. They are so amazing. If you scan down her tags on the left, there is a freebie link. And there were 8, I counted 8 designs there. Most of them were Halloween. And if you love Harry Potter, you must grab the Mandrake freebie. The designer also has a link to their Etsy shop. Needlework Knowledge. That is this. And I love this. This is the most amazing red Quaker sampler. And I definitely want to stitch this. There are a couple of other free designs to take a look at. The site itself is a great reference site. Look around and bookmark it in your favorites. So that is that. Also, previously I had said check, I had directed you to Santas and Samplers, and she actually had a really neat sampler up there. I believe it's a new one. And also Sub Rosa. I've directed you there, and she had this one, and you may seen people working on this one. So those are all the freebies, and I'll tell you what, I always post the freebies on my blog site before I talk about them in my video. So you may want to bookmark my blog site so you can get those. Okay, Twitter. I do have a Twitter account. My name and my nickname is Saroli1957, and I have pictures on there, but I can't figure out how I got them there. So if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, that's where they can where they can go. And I will put that down below also. Okay, I've got everything on my link. Oh, okay. So we are to, because you have sat through an hour and 17 minutes, and I'm very sorry, but this is my giveaway, and I'm not going to put it anywhere. But you watch through this video. This is what I'm going to give away. I spent $69 at Soda Patterns. Boy, I've spent way too much money. And I accidentally ordered 2 of these, Snow White. Really is cute. So I'm going to give this one away. I will do a drawing. How you enter for it is, I'm taking this from Carrie because this was such a great idea. Thank you, Carrie. Down below in the comments, if you're interested in this, I want you to tell me what your favorite fairy tale is. And if you know why it's your favorite, tell me that too. And I know it's definitely going to be at least 2 weeks before I upload another video. So I will give you the winner when it could be longer. So in my next video, I will tell who won this, and then you can get in touch with me. So don't say anything about it as being a giveaway. Just say my favorite fairy tale. My favorite fairy tale, I think, is Cinderella. And the reason that it is Cinderella is because When I was little, I loved watching the Rodgers and Hammerstein version of Cinderella on TV with Leslie Ann Warren as Cinderella, and the fella that played, was it Edward Quartermain as the prince? And I loved that. Ugh, I love that. So, her dress was so pretty, and the pumpkin carriage was so pretty. So, anyways, if you're interested, let me know what your favorite fairy tale is, or if you don't have one, or have a child or a grandchild, tell me what their favorite is. But anyway, I think that maybe that's it. Let me look through my blog real quick here, and wish list. Is anybody doing the Long Dog's Life After Death? I really like that. I like that a lot. I'll probably never do it. Oh, and I did purchase the Mill Hill Caribbean Santas. I got them at 22% off, and since my husband's from the Caribbean, I want to stitch those for a Christmas tree. We didn't have a Christmas tree last year. I don't know if we will this year. Let's see here. Oh, and the tour, the Travel the World, Paris is released. So we've got Amsterdam, Copenhagen, Moscow, London, Brussels, Berlin, and Paris. The next one should be Berna. And then, let's see, we got Berna, Vienna, Lisbon, Madrid, and Rome left. So, yeah, the link to that's over at my blog site if you want to go there. So this has been so very long, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And Leslie, you can wake up now. It's over. I love you guys. I love you so much. And you just have no idea how special you make me feel. I had told Leslie that I was thinking about not making any more videos. And she said, well, if you don't want to do it, then don't. And she said, but you have to remember that, you know, how there's so many of those FlossTubers that you miss. She goes, there's going to be people that miss you and wonder what happened to you. She said, and there is something different about you. And I don't know what it is that's different about me. But I was thinking, all those people out there who, Courtney and just on and on, they're such prolific stitchers, and you see their stuff, and something always new, and they finish their stuff, and I'm thinking, you know, you got everything that you want, but maybe there is something that I provide that you don't get elsewhere. And it's not a competition. It really isn't. And it's just each of us, I guess, is special. We're all special. Each and every one of us. No one else in the world, ever since man was created, that has my fingerprint or has my DNA. I am unique and I am special, just like each and every one of you are. God made us that way. He loves all of us because of our uniqueness and our specialness. And we are exactly what He wants us to be. And He loves us. He loves us in spite of our faults. And boy, do I have faults. So, Anyways, I promise you, in at least 2 weeks, I will have a winner for you. And maybe I'll have something finished. I love all of you. God bless.